Bill Self yesterday with the media, I mean, did not pull any punches and was very clear about the fact that effort has been a problem. And, well, coming up, we'll let you hear some of the other issues that he has cited with his team. But here tonight, Devontae Graham and the Kansas Jayhawks trying to pick up a win against a very talented TCU team that is without Jalen Fisher, arguably their top player, certainly one of their top two players. And we get ready to roll. Big 12 basketball here tonight. It'll be Brobzianski to jump for TCU, Azubuike for Kansas. As good an atmosphere as there is in the game.
Always something sneaky. First play for Kansas. Let's see what they've got.
Newman, lob, and well, Fran, we played the comments from Bill Self. You got a pretty good idea that Kansas will come out with a big-time effort.
Yeah, no question. Effort, the key word, and Mitch Lightfoot may not be the panacea for all that's wrong with Kansas, but it's a symbolic gesture that if you play hard, you will be rewarded. And that young man's done that, the sophomore.
Lightfoot, born in Kansas City, grew up in Arizona, the first start of his career. Robinson swings, Williams, and a rebound by Newman. Toss up ahead, and Mikhailuk gets undercut, and he'll shoot two. Well, for TCU, they got up to that great start. Jamie Dixon, second season at his alma mater. They began the year 12-0 and still in position to get themselves into the NCAA tournament.
Oh, no question, John. 7 losses, but the first 6 by a total of 18 points. And he mentioned to us today, he coached in the best leagues in the country. He said this is by far, top to bottom, one of the toughest. And there you see Jalen Fisher, the outstanding sophomore. A meniscus tear in the left knee, and he'll be back in a couple months, but he'll miss the rest of the season.
Okay, injured on the 16th of January, surgery on the 18th. And they kind of had that two-point guard effect with Robinson and Fisher when they were on the court at the same time. Brobzianski, he can hit that, and he does.
You got the two of the best three-point shooting teams in the league and in the country, both over 40%.
Azubuike powering inside, flips it up and in. Just went right at J.D. Miller.
Really good footwork. Little up and under. Of course, with him, it's up and up, really.
Graham with a steal. And gets fouled there by Bain. Well, throughout the year, no matter what the complaints have been by Bill Self, Devontae Graham has been one guy he does not have to worry about. He gives them everything, scoring, defense, passing.
Yeah, I think the only thing you worry about with him is he's on the court too much.
Yep.
As you mentioned, Dan, he does not have a backup, much like TCU right now.
Well, Devontae Graham has now played 40 minutes 7 times this year, 6 straight games. And he's played 98% of the available Big 12 minutes. So 10, basically. Azubuike collects that last foul. And it's Kansas by a couple. It's getting started here in Lawrence. John Shelby, Fran Fraschilla. Williams off the glass. Loose ball. Blocked by Azubuike. Post, he looks opposite. And Mikhailuk. Graham a little short. Right foot rebound. And a putback.
How good does he feel? He's on cloud 9 right now.
He's got mom and Grandmom and Grandpop here tonight for his first career start. And a corner three knocked down by Noy.
That young man can shoot the rock. Almost a little shade under 50%. Only a freshman from Australia. Great international pipeline for TCU.
Noy, second in the league in three-point shooting. Quick feeds down low. Azubuike and Brodzianski a little short.
When we talked to the coaching staff today at Kansas, Jerrance Howard, one of the assistants, had a great line. He said, if you cut Mitch Lightfoot open, a Jayhawk flies out. And this is the kind of effort that Bill Self is looking for. And right off the bat, he stays in. But look who's on the court, Gerald Vick.
Rhonda in the red sweatshirt. Good basketball player in her own right. Brodzianski, another three. Graham rebounds the miss. Newman.
One thing you've seen out of Newman and Mikhailuk is although they're excellent shooters, they have driven the ball more last 6-7 games than in the rest of the season.
Williams able to get it underneath to Brodzianski for two. Kansas by a point. And a foul down low as they get that one on Desmond Bane.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is presented by Boost Mobile and in part by Bayer Aspirin. Learn more at BayerAspirin.com. And Heineken. Open your world. Enjoy responsibly.
Competitiveness or lack thereof, and but you're not going to have that great for all 23 games. I mean, I know that.
Otherwise, how'd you like the play? Wow. Yeah, not real happy, Bill Self, with his team at the moment, and he was very clear.
Yeah, honest assessment. You can do that when you're in the Hall of Fame with a long contract, and this is a minor blip for KU. But it has not been Bill Self's best team here, that's for sure.
Gerald Vick into the game for the first time for the shot clock. Lightfoot couldn't hit. And it caroms to Noy. Sean Olden into the game. Robinson, as they swing it, Noy, and he knocks down another. Kawhi Noy second to Desmond Bane in the league in three-point shooting. Steve Mikhailuk is third.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of marksmen out here tonight. You have to guard that line both ways, but Noy, what an impressive freshman. Redshirted a year ago. The recruiting's going really well for TCU.
Mikhailuk, the dribble and the pull-up short. Lightfoot corrals, and then eventually has it taken away. TCU a 2-point lead in the ball. Olden. And Newman rebounds.
Quick shot by Olden, the JUCO transfer.
Graham catch and shoot. Fran, if there's one area that Jamie Dixon wants to see his team get better with, that is defense. We went to their shoot-around today. It really wasn't a shoot-around. It was a defense plan around. By and large, everything they worked on was the defensive end.
Yeah, no question. They were really happy with their defense over the last few games. As you see, Devontae Graham knocked down that shot until Saturday when Texas Tech came rolling into Fort Worth, and game ended up 12 points, but they were up 24 points in the first half. If you have not seen Texas Tech, they are deep, they've got versatility, and they have a great point guard that the country's finding out about, Keenan Evans, the senior from Dallas.
Williams bringing the ball up. The big guy lost the handle, but Bronzianski gets it back, fires to Olden, who buries it.
This young man, he got off to a bad shooting start in his career, but he's been red hot lately.
A steal, Robinson.
Watch this.
Noy has a wide open look. Bronzianski, offensive glass, Olden. And Robinson buries it. Well, they shoot 41% from three. It's 13th best in the country. Garrett turns the corner off the glass and score the basket.
Garrett, another one of those guys who Bill Self has been happy with. The freshman plays 20 minutes a game. Not a great scorer, but does a lot of little things like Lightfoot.
And he defends and rebounds, and he likes that.
Needs a little more grit from this team.
Lightfoot with the steal. Graham head up. Monte Graham, the senior, going to work. Now Newman, kick to the corner. How about that? They don't get a ton of that from Marcus Garrett, but he knocks it down.
You're absolutely right. That's his 7th three of the season. Shooting under 25%. That's what we call a bonus.
Bronzianski just inside the free throw line. Vic had ideas about exploding all the way to the basket. Go back to their second conference game against Texas. Travel on Lightfoot. LeGerald Vic going into their, I should say, their Texas Tech game. So that was their second conference game, a game here at Allen Fieldhouse. He was their leading scorer going into that game, and it has just fallen off a cliff in a bad way.
Yeah.
Since then.
You know what, John? It's not just the scoring. You're right. Those numbers have plummeted, but how about this? Last 5 games, a guy with that athleticism, not one steal. And I think that irks Bill Self more than the lack of scoring.
Good cut there as Bain gets inside for the deuce.
This is a reasonably young but experienced TCU team. Of course, by this time in Big 12 play, everybody's experienced.
Olden went down to the deck and a foul on Kansas. Last foul on Lightfoot. We go to the break. TCU trying to pick up a big road win. This is a tough place to do.
Thursday at 8 on ESPN.
Well, that game always a biggie. And lots of other good ones to watch coming up this week. And this weekend, I don't know whether you've heard, Oklahoma has this player. His name is Trey Young.
Really?
And he's leading the nation in scoring and assists.
Really?
He'll take on Iowa State, UCLA.
I think I'll watch that game.
Arizona.
Yeah. I want to see Purdue, Michigan State as well.
That's a biggie.
That's a biggie in East Lansing.
Yep.
Trey Young, huh? I got to keep my eye on that
Well,
guy.
they're going to do something on him on SportsCenter, I think, tomorrow. So
Really?
yeah.
Where's he from?
You know, he went to high school about 3 miles from the campus of Oklahoma.
Seriously?
That's right.
Wow. I know one thing.
Yeah.
A lot of good guards in this conference. And I mean that. Every team. Oh, okay. I tell you, give Bob Huggins and wily old chess master credit, because they took away the rest of that Oklahoma Sooner offense last night. Trey Young did have 32, but only 1 assist.
Inside as a bouquet, and he draws the foul. So Azubuike will go to the line, and he has had some issues from the stripe.
But let's break it down, because Bill Self has been working with him. When we shoot free throws, we call it beef, okay? Balance, eyes on the rim, elbow under the ball, and follow through. Go. There you go. Now, I want you to watch, John. He has a tendency for the elbow to fly out.
Yeah.
Watch his right elbow. They've been working on keeping the elbow underneath the ball.
Whoa.
Almost. Well, he's above his average.
1 out of 2.
But in all seriousness, he's getting fouled a lot, so they really have to correct that.
And they turn it over. Jamie Dixon's team leading by a point. Kansas basketball.
You know, last year, Devontae Graham had Frank Mason in the backcourt with him. And they were co-pilots. Like, you wouldn't fly in an airplane with only one pilot.
Sure.
And what you could do if you were Frank Mason is take a few plays off on offense or defense and let Graham run the team. Devontae never gets a mental health break this year.
Yep.
And on the other side of the ledger, neither does A-Rob, Alex Robinson, or Jalen Fisher. That's why when teams play with 2 point guards, it's becoming in vogue in college hoops. It really helps you.
They've got real good position. Graham rejects the screens, and now with Gerald Vick, that's a 3. Williams being harassed by Garrett. Kick to the corner, Holden. And the rebound yanked away by Miller.
Rebounding the basketball has been a major issue for Kansas. Out-rebounded in 11 of their last 12 games. Think about that.
Robinson feed inside and 1. Ahmed Hamdi able to get the bucket. The senior from Egypt, a VCU grad transfer.
Yeah, and this guy, he's got a 7-foot wingspan, and he's one of the strongest guys on the team. 50-year guy from Alexandria, Egypt. We talked about that international flavor on this Horned Frog team, and he's one of those guys.
Fran, on offense, the other thing with Graham without Mason is they were able to get each other shots at times. Nobody else can get Graham a shot except for him, like he did right there.
That's exactly right, John. They played off each other so well. It really is one of the great backcourts to play.
There's that defense and the pressure, and Graham urging on the fans. Tied at 21, Kansas ball.
What a player he's become. Obviously, he signed at Appalachian State, didn't want to attend there. He went to prep school. You know who he played in the backcourt with? A guy that's going to be in the NBA Rising Stars game, Donovan Mitchell. The Utah Jazz, who's having a phenomenal rookie year. Former Louisville Cardinal.
He had that dunk the other night on the follow.
Man.
I mean, he is sensational.
Yeah, we asked Devontae whether he thought his old roommate was going to be this good. He said, I knew he was good, but come on, not this good. Jason Smith up at Brewster Academy. He's had a boatload of guys who played in the NBA. This guy might.
Newman finds Graham, another catch and shoot. Gets another 3.
That's what you were talking about, John. Nice drive and dish by Newman.
Wooden ball for Miller. Graham, little step back. Timeout TCU. Back in.
This ladder is special. This first step, it's not even here. It's in the gym where the first practice was held. Climbing it takes months of twists and turns and tournaments. At its peak, you won't be 5 feet off the floor. You'll be on top of the world, holding the best trophy in all of sports. A piece of nylon. Continental Tire, for what you do. All right, let's have the confetti.
Well, there you go, the senior out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Played at the same high school as a guy named Pistol Pete Maravich. Not recruited by anybody in the ACC, but he's done a really wonderful job here in Lawrence. And like Frank Mason and so many of those four-year guys, when he comes back with the wife and kids in 10, 15 years, we're all going to remember this guy because he's a class kid, too.
Kansas on an 8-0 run, and Graham has all 8 of those points. Robinson with Vic on him. And a foul inside. Jamie Lucky gets the foul on LeGerald Vic, his second. Robinson at the line. We're going to take a look at the Capital One fan vote. Which top 15 team has surprised you the most? You got Auburn, Ohio State, Tennessee, Texas Tech. Who would you vote for?
Oh, gosh, all four of those teams.
Oh, for goodness sake.
No. I'm going with Tennessee. You know why? I'm going to be speaking at the Big Orange tip-off luncheon tomorrow.
Fran, you were wrong. They're
Well,
19%.
I wasn't wrong.
Well,
The rest of these people are wrong. Hey, Tennessee went into Rupp Arena tonight and swept the Wildcats. But in point of fact, all those teams are having
no doubt
phenomenal seasons. We get to see Texas Tech in the Big 12. But Bruce Pearl's doing a great job. Nice.
Good move right there. Bill Self will take that, right?
Yes. Well, that young man has really improved his football.
Good look and just wouldn't go. Grazianski. They refeed. And he gets fouled. It's our under 8 timeout. Kansas has a 4-point advantage.
Mom and Dad got a new car.
Adam Schefter in our halftime coming up in just a few minutes. John, Fran, we'll see you then.
Oh, man.
You know what that tells me?
He's the next coach?
He's the next head coach of the Patriots. Pulled a Belichick. He was supposed to coach my Jets. And he left us high and dry.
I resign as HC of NYJ. I wonder if Josh McDaniels dropped it like that.
What a smart move that was. But my Jets are going to get
fly.
They're going to get the football.
Fly.
They're going to get the football equivalent of Trey Young.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield.
That's true. Maybe Nick Foles.
Maybe Trey Young can play quarterback.
I mean,
like Charlie Ward.
I will tell you something.
Don't sleep on that.
There's nothing I enjoy more than trolling all of the Trey Young haters.
Yeah, all he's done is score 40 different times this year.
Deep breath, everybody. Graham.
Hey, Rob, what I like about him, he plays at a good pace, and he's really good in pick and roll. And this guy, Kawatnoy, okay? Now, every year, these guys jump up at you, right? And this is a guy that's only a freshman.
He's 1 of 6 for TCU, averaging 9.5 or better on this team. And Noy's got 9 on 3 threes. And Noy picks up the defensive board. Now Robinson, Noy, how about another? Can't get that one. TCU by a point. 6.5 to go here. Lightfoot now. Backing down, flips it up. How do you not root for that guy? Yeah. Mom says high five. Grazianski spinning left hand. Tip won't go. Putback does. Franny, he's a really nice player. Last couple of years, been one of the better players in the league.
I'll tell you, he's done a great job in the weight room. He's been there 3 years because he was a JUCO transfer, but the young man is from Slovakia. In fact, he went to junior college at Pratt, Kansas.
That's about 3 hours, 40 minutes away west of Lawrence. Pratt Junior College. And they get the foul on Bain.
Maybe Lightfoot could become a Vlad Brodzianski someday.
Right.
Mitch Lightfoot was coached by a guy named Kurt Keener down at Gilbert Christian in Phoenix. He used to be the coach at Detroit Country Day.
Okay.
And he had a couple of guys by the name of Shane Battier,
Chris Webber,
Chris Webber, and Ray McCallum.
Oh, yeah.
So he's used to having good players, and what a blessing that he got a chance to get coached by a tremendous high school coach.
Lightfoot sets the screen. Graham uses it, but can't hit. That foul, by the way, on Desmond Bain, his third, so that bears watching. TCU by one. Jamie Dixon's team's done well. And there's Noy with his fourth three. And TCU on top by 4.
You remember I said that Alex Robinson plays at a great pace, John? He's been terrific tonight at running his team. I want you to watch how calm he is. Comes off a screen, he's not in a rush, knows where the open guy is behind him, and that's a great dime because when the screener rolls, Noy's man has to go in and help. See that? And now by the time Garrett gets out, too late, and if Garrett goes out to Noy, you give up a dunk.
Right.
But it's all because of this guy who grew up with TCU in his bloodlines.
Yeah, no doubt. His mom played at TCU. And there she is, Darla, who was actually there. And that's little Alex, coached by mom. Attended TCU basketball camp, but mom and Jamie Dixon were actually playing basketball at TCU at the same time.
Yes. Remember what Jamie told us today? When he was at Pittsburgh, mom called him and said, my son's a freshman.
Right.
Keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
Who knew? And he visited Pittsburgh.
He ended up taking a visit. Big. Oh, good work by Miller to block that lob attempt. Shot clock winding down. Big wide open look. Finish on Robinson, by the way. That 25, number 25, is the number his mom wore when she played at TCU.
The game after Jalen Fisher was hurt and A-Rob had to handle the ball the entire night, he set a Big 12 record for assists, 17 in a game.
Inside, trying to feed. Out of bounds, Kansas basketball. All right, so Thursday night, 8 Eastern, ESPN. Sonic blockbuster for you, number 9. Duke taking on number 21, UNC. One of the best rivalries in all of sport. The Blue Devils, the Tar Heels at the Dean Dome, part of Rivalry Week, presented by Wendy's.
Yeah, both teams are reeling. How about Duke? I mean, Mike Krzyzewski said the loss to St. John's in the Garden was disgusting.
Lightfoot couldn't hit. Pretty big win for Chris Mullins' group.
They haven't had a lot of those wins in a long, long time.
Shamorian Bonds was spectacular in that. Williams short. Here's Graham. They got numbers. 3-on-2. Millman for 3. This is Graham's trying to sneak up on him and try and take it away.
2-3 zone last couple possessions. Bill Self's probably played more zone this season than in any season I can remember in 15 years.
Breaking the action, and it's TCU on top.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Wendy's Hamburgers, made with fresh, never frozen beef. And Phillips 66, proud sponsor of Big 12 basketball.
The end of the practice is when we do.
How good are they? What makes them special?
Oh, man, we watched them. You and I watched them in Maui 4 years ago, right, when they were freshmen. And the best thing about freshmen is they become sophomores. And the best thing about sophomores, if they don't leave early, they become juniors and seniors. And that's what that team has, a lot of really good veterans. And they got great balance, too. Size, shooting. Dakota Mathias. And John, when you fill out your bracket, man, hey, I know how Duke, Kentucky, I get it, one and done. Look at how many veteran teams are on that list right there. Don't sleep on Cincinnati, another win tonight.
Gets inside, hands can't hit. TCU by 4. Time target though, Kendrick Williams. Shot clock under 10. Williams a triple. That's the 8th three-pointer that they've hit. 8 out of 15 for TCU. First 3 points of the game for Williams.
I'll tell you what, but you talk about a guy that's a double-double machine. He's been quiet, but really has improved that outside shooting.
Brand, speaking of quiet, Steve Mikhailuk with 1 point. He's 0 for 2 from the floor.
Small sample. Yeah, small sample size, John.
I like it. You're talking my language.
Yep. 18 minutes. He'll get going. He's got to get some shots up.
Baseball's coming. We're 8 days from pitchers and catchers, whatever. Small sample size alert. Here's Graham inside. Looking to feed. Finds Vick for the deuce. And LeGerald Vick with his first 2 of the night.
Kansas out of that zone, back to man. In part because of that outside shooting you talked about.
Radzianski. Williams got good inside position. Williams gets blocked, and here is Malik Newman. Graham with the step. No basket. Oh, boy.
What a read by Graham. They're not going to count this, but when he catches the ball, the defender is right. Look at that. He knows he doesn't have the room to shoot it, so what he does is he puts Robinson in jail. Watch, you see Robinson close out? Graham's smart enough to just go by him and pick up a foul, John. Heady play. Hey, next year in the NBA, Devontae, that ball counts.
Yeah,
that's an N1.
Coming up at the half, stay tuned for Chris Cotter, Seth Greenberg, Jay Will. It's a Land Rover halftime report. Some of the stories we'll be covering with Josh McDaniels staying with the Pats, and of course, Tennessee with the win, a tight one at Rome.
Yeah, Rick Barnes, my former boss, former coach at Texas. What a job he's done at Tennessee. A lot of people felt he was going to Knoxville to retire, but they don't know Rick Barnes.
Graham with his second. Three-point game. We close in on a minute to go. Radzianski. Robinson, clock winding down inside. And that one out of bounds, and it belongs to Kansas. And Robinson can't believe it.
Well, watch this now. Robinson thought he got fouled, but we're in 2-for-1 territory. I can almost assure you that this shot's going to go up very quickly. Bill Self wants to get 2 shots for TCU's 1. That's why Devontae Graham is going to wait to pick it up. They're going to go quick here.
Graham inside, flips it up. Short. Newman.
Numbers.
And Noy gets fouled off the feed. They get that foul on Mikhailuk. Kawat Noy to the line, and he has been draining it from downtown.
Yeah, terrific story, man. A lot of these kids from the South Sudan had to escape that war-torn country. He went to Kenya as a refugee, ended up in Australia. He's got a buddy on the team, Lat Mayan, who's sitting out. They've got another one coming, the #1 JUCO player of the year. And you'll love this in college basketball, John. You know how much I love international hoops. There's so many great players around the world coming to get a chance to play in the NCAA. And as mentioned, Jamie Dixon's got a few of them.
Well, they're looking for talent in so many more places nowadays.
These kids are appreciative. These kids that get a chance to come to the U.S.
4-point game. By Marcus Garrett. Williams wouldn't go.
Halftime score, TCU 36, Kansas 34.
Bill Self, they haven't been great this year when trailing at the break. 36-34, TCU with the lead. Coming up, it's a Land Rover halftime report. There's that crowd going to try and light a fire underneath the Jayhawks, who need a win. 3 losses already this year at Allen Fieldhouse. 4 total home losses, including the home game at the Sprint Center against Washington.
And listen, Baylor, Kansas State, and Iowa State extended this Jayhawk team in here as well. Not been able to speed Alex Robinson up tonight. Done a nice job of orchestrating.
Grazianski off the feed from Miller. Nice look and the deuce.
Good possession. Had that ball for about 30 seconds, moved it. You got the senior inside.
Right foot inside. Has a bouquet and a double dribble.
TCU, that was smart. They didn't double right away. They waited for Doak to dribble it once, and then they came hard. When you track the post, you can track it off a catch, off 1 dribble, off 2 dribbles, mix it up like a pitcher in baseball.
TCU 12 assists on their 13 makes, and they lead the league in assists per game. Grazianski got a quickness advantage. That one off to the side. And now Mikhailuk. And Brandon will spin that one home. And that is 15 for Devontae.
TCU runs a motion offense, so it's random movement. You have to move the ball, move the defense, not hold it, not over dribble it, and get it going from one side to the other.
Shot clock winding down, loose ball. Mikhailuk comes up with it, and then Miller reaching, and he's charged with a foul. That's number 2, JD. JD Miller, the junior from Dallas. In better shape this year, good athlete. He's pretty good recruit for them a couple years back.
Yes, he was, and he comes from a really good basketball school. A guy named Marcus Aldridge graduated with Seagoville. Also, Donald Sloan, former Texas A&M Aggie, has had a good career in the NBA at times. I expect Mikhailuk to get going. I expect Bill Self to start running some offense, and that's foul number 3 on J.D. Miller.
2 quickies on him.
Yep.
J.D. Miller. That's his
Big Dope does a really good job of using that incredible frame. He is hard to get around.
Azubuike with the dunk. Williams finds Bronzianski. Right foot, look out. And a turnover.
Now that pick and roll off the inbounds. Take a look. Watch Miller over help. Bronzianski doesn't get back. And then on the other end, Mitch Lightfoot. Remember, it was in Fort Worth about a month ago that he started to earn more playing time. 9 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 blocks. And you saw it right there from the former Arizona Gatorade Player of the Year.
Lightfoot was big in that win in Fort Worth for Kansas. Bronzianski lost the handle. Noy, left hand, puts it in. Kawhi Noy now with 15. Graham was looking for a lob, and Azubuike, here's Bain up ahead. He gets it to go.
Desmond Bain.
He's been quiet, Desmond Bain, the sophomore from Richmond, Indiana, but he can score quickly. And he got out quick on that break. Easy basket. Let's see if they double. Watch when they double.
They get it on Bronzianski, and that is his first.
Personal foul. Team foul number 3. TCU. Jared Biggs checks over Bayhouse, replaces Mitch Lightfoot.
Not many better in the country at scoring. You know, Bill Self would be a great special teams coach because he scores a lot on inbounds plays, after timeout plays, always has something up his sleeve.
Kansas a little careless with the ball. Graham. All right.
Broken play.
Yep.
Bad luck for TCU. Good execution of the broken play. Here you see the dump off inside.
You got a flat tire there. The struggles at the line have been well documented.
He's going to need to spend the spring and summer shooting one-handed. When you shoot the ball with one hand in practice, your elbow has to stay under the ball or the ball falls up. Watch the elbow go out.
They got a violation on Mikhailuk. Azubuike on that violation. It goes the other way. TCU ball. Noy. Vic. He was a little sloppy at the ball. Azubuike. Newman on him, high off the window.
+260 pounds, and he's in better shape than he's ever been. Big fella missed all of the Big 12 season a year ago, but he's back. He's a rim rocker.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Wendy's Hamburgers, made with fresh, never frozen beef. And Phillips 66, proud sponsor of Big 12 basketball.
Well, Udoka Azubuike making his presence felt.
Yes, he's built like a tank, and you're seeing the arsenal tonight. It's not all dunks. Nice up and under right there. A few dunks. Watch this move. He spins so fast that Hamdi can't even foul him if he wanted to. Big fella continues to improve. He's a good athlete, John.
Yeah. He's got their last 6 points as Hamdi an air ball is what they're saying. As Azubuike cleans up the board, Hamdi goes 0 for 2. We're tied at 42. About 15 to go second half. John Shelby and Fran Fraschilla from Allen Fieldhouse.
That's a lot here.
There it is. Azubuike gets fouled by Hamdi. Tomorrow night on ESPN, we got an NBA Wednesday doubleheader lined up, 8 Eastern. Jimmy Butler, the T-Wolves taking on King James and the Cavs, and at 10:30, the Spurs and the Suns. Coverage starts at 7. NBA countdown. And Devontae with 18, which is 4-3.
Special teams. Inbounds under. It's a very simple play. They run a lot. A-Rob, the defender, he read it wrong. Tried to go under. And Devontae took advantage.
Williams trying to answer. And Azubuike with the board, and he knocked Graham down. Newman. Bain pounding it left hand. And they get the foul on Newman.
Let's go back. Doug Peterson, coach of the Eagles, would love this. Take a look. Now we're going to circle Devontae Graham. Keep your eye on him. The ball's he's going to set a back screen, then a down screen. Robinson gets caught on that screen. We call that Velcro, by the way, because Robinson got stuck to the screen. And just good execution.
Marcus Garrett returns to the Jayhawks, replacing
Marcus Garrett will check back in. And Newman takes his seat. It's a nice adjustment on the telestrator, by the way.
Yeah. I think I was a rookie.
Fred drawing on the ISO monitor. It's not doing anything. I don't understand. Vic kick out. Garrett got it. Another. Wow. He had 7 threes coming in. He's got 2 tonight.
I mentioned earlier that's bonus because he gives you all the other stuff. The dirty work, the defense. But a good kick out by Gerald Vic trying to make some things happen.
And Bain with that soft touch answers the top 3-point shooter in the league, Desmond Bain.
Shoot it from there. Almost did.
There's a Azubuike rebound. And we'll say shot clock violation. Did not hit the rim.
You know, I've done a number of these games in the field house this year, John. I said this to you earlier. Every time it feels like KU goes on a run, you look at the scoreboard and you think they should be up 10.
And they're up 1 right now.
Yeah, and it's really interesting.
Bain, another 3. And another one knocked down
tell you, Alex Robinson is playing offense in slow motion.
Yeah.
He just is surveying the open man, doing a great job. Nice.
Right foot.
That's what we call a slip screen. It looks like he's going to set it, and he leaves early.
Feed to Brodzianski. And the bucket. And TCU back up by 2. Vic, nice move. LeGerald is really athletic and capable of doing stuff like that.
Yes, now he's got to do it on the other end, this end. If his coach is going to continue to trust him.
Noy can't hit. Rebound out of bounds. Vic couldn't hold on to it. A good one here in Lawrence. We are all tied. Allen Fieldhouse, and all right, so 2018 NBA draft prospects.
Yeah.
What do you know about, is it Doncic?
Luka Doncic from Slovenia, yes. I don't think he'll be the #1 pick, but he'll be in the discussion. DeAndre Ayton, to me, is right there. Guy that I love, Jaren Jackson Jr. I think he's going to be an NBA All-Star someday, playing for Tom Izzo. They've got Purdue this weekend, a big one in East Lansing.
You and I were having a conversation, though, about draft boards earlier.
Yeah, well, they're just for people that
talk.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. NBA teams, by and large, don't pay any attention, and that's not a knock. All these guys watch a lot of basketball, but it's two different sports, John.
Newman can't hit.
The NBA is like speaking Portuguese, and college is like speaking Spanish.
Right.
They sound alike.
I like
it's
it.
a different sport. What translates here often doesn't translate in the NBA. You have to have length, athleticism, and I got to tell you, you have to be able to shoot the ball. If you don't shoot it now in the NBA, you're a liability.
Well, that's the thing. It seems like sometimes these draft boards, and regardless of whose it is, there's still that focus on the big guy, and the league isn't really about the big guy nowadays. You got to shoot.
Yeah.
That's a Phuket. Well, that big guy's dominated in the second half. Couldn't convert, and he'll go to the line.
That's the second personal foul on Williams and the 6th team foul on TCU. Go at the line, shooting 2.
Well, this guy has had so much trouble shooting free throws. Oklahoma won again.
So let's do the beef, okay? Balance, eyes on the rim. The elbow has to be under the ball, and then you follow through to the basket. When the elbow goes out, that's a flying elbow. The ball comes off with a side rotation. He's going to have to work on this all summer. One hand, elbow underneath the basketball.
Offensive foul. That goes on Kenrich Williams, and Graham absorbs the contact.
Let's watch the right elbow. See how it goes out? And then you lose all control of where the ball goes. Now, what Udoka will do this spring and summer is he'll spend hundreds and thousands of shots in close and shoot it one hand, because when you shoot it one hand, John, the ball must stay under the ball or it rolls off. Bill Self's talked about that. He will improve by next year.
Newman, good look. As Vic cuts to the hoop, and we got ourselves a three-point game. Kansas to lead. Jamie Dixon wants a timeout. Back here in Lawrence, John Shambi, Fran Fraschilla, and TCU. Well, they haven't won on the road against a ranked team since January of '98. How's 1-77 all time? Meanwhile, Kansas hasn't lost 4 games now in Fieldhouse since the '88-'89 season. And that was
Roy Williams' first year. It was the last year that Kansas was not in the NCAA tournament because they were on probation that year. And remember guys like Milton Newton, my buddy Kevin Pritchard, doing a great job with the Indiana Pacers right now. Whoop. By the way, that's the longest string of NCAA appearances, I believe, in a row.
still a three-point game. Robinson. But this TCU team got off to a 12-0 start. They're 4-7 since, and even without Jalen Fisher done for the year with that injury, it's still a dangerous team.
They've had so many heartbreaking losses, but the schedule flips in February. They have winnable games at home. And they've got 4 now. They've got 4 they can win at home. An 8-10 team in this league will be in the NCAA tournament. I will predict that right now.
Kawat Noy. That one missed by a bunch. Graham has it. 9 to go. Graham. Oh, had a chance to go coast to coast, and then it's knocked out of bounds, and it stays with Kansas. But Devontae Graham able to take it all the way, slice through the defense, and was a point-blank finger roll, and they rolled off to the side. And again, you look at scoring margin. Don't dismiss that, because scoring margin is a big deal. At least from an analytics standpoint, it translates in all the sports. The good teams do not win close games. The good teams beat people's butts.
Yes. And this league right now, every team in this league is still over 500. And not every power conference can say that.
Azubuike couldn't get the dunk to go. Hamdi fouled by Azubuike.
That's his 3rd personal foul. The 13th foul.
So for Bill Self, in terms of in Big 12 play, it would be the lowest of all time for him.
Wow. Hamdi is an 80% shooter, and he's missed his last 3.
You know, one of them was an air ball.
You know what his major is?
I
He graduated with a degree in Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness.
I mean, for every coach, they're looking for a little help in crisis management, right?
That's right.
Beck turns the corner. Trying to beat Azubuike, couldn't do it. Bain up ahead. A 2-point game. Robinson, and off the hands of Williams.
And I thought that was one of the rare times tonight that Robinson forced it. He got in deep. He drew a couple. And he tried a blind wraparound.
Under 8 to go. Kansas by 2. Just have not been able to get Mikhailuk going. Haven't been able to get him looks. And Garrett lost the handle, out of bounds. TCU ball when we return. Against Arizona State on December 10th, the loss, and their first home game in conference play. They lose to Texas Tech, and then this past Saturday, a loss against Oklahoma State. It is still one of the great home court advantages. Pay heed all the winter. Beware of the fog.
This season has been an anomaly for Bill Self and Kansas. Reinforcements, however, are on the way next year.
Love when you go to the thesaurus on me.
Oh, yeah. It's a Boston College word, John. You paid a lot of money to learn those words.
I learned that one at Regis. 7.5 to go, 2-point game. And they get Mikhailu for the foul, his third. Speed hasn't attempted a shot this half.
Surprising. 1 point tonight. He's been really an all Big 12 level player this year.
And Williams gets fouled by LeGerald Vick.
You know what you love about that play? They had a little two-man game here with Brodzianski, and where was Udoka? Out on the floor. When they swung it quickly, Kenrich Williams knew there was no shot blocker there, and he put it right on the floor.
Williams gets the first, 72% from the line.
Kenrich Williams, one of the underrated players in the country, and quiet tonight. Was not recruited by a Division I school out of high school.
How about this 1-point game?
Post up. Oh, good cut.
Vick hangs. It won't go, but he'll shoot two. So LeGerald Vick to shoot 2 free throws. Let's send it back to the studio and Chris Cotter.
Okay, guys, just a reminder, we got a huge game Saturday, Michigan State and Purdue, but the Spartans right now in a battle for their lives at Carver Hawkeye over on ESPN. As you can see over here on the right, it's a 2-point game. College basketball live, by the way, with Seth and Jay Will comes your way immediately following your game, guys.
Appreciate it. Gerald Vick here trying to extend that lead. Payne, by the way, picking up his fourth. Graham almost a steal.
Got 3 shooters on the floor right now for TCU. Snipers from deep. Brodzianski can play inside out. There it is.
And they turn it over. Wasn't really a forced error there.
They ran a little ball screen, and I thought Vlad was going to shoot the 3. When he hesitated, he passed it. It was a miscommunication.
Jamie Dixon's team without a field goal in over 5.5 minutes. Graham forced. He's got 21. Williams step back, splash. Kenrich Williams books that one, just his 6th point of the night. Good look as a bouquet. And Devontae Graham found him. Not hard to figure out why he leads the nation in field goal percentage.
And this is great. We're watching the end of it. He was shot out of a cannon. He slipped the screen. And big guys, watch him go quick. Watch how quick he releases. And what you want to do with your big guys is the minute his man helps on Graham, Udoka knows that he's going to be fed at the rim. And believe me, this kid likes to eat the rim.
That last foul on Williams, his 4th. As a bouquet 14 points in the game, 8 rebounds.
Hey, John, how athletic is he? You're talking 6'11", 260.
Noy, that one rolls out. 6-point lead for Kansas. That's the biggest of the night for them. Graham a little strong. Oh, Robinson almost lost it. Noy, look out. Kawhi Noy into your living room. And Noy with a career high 17. Radzianski and Azubuike got tangled up. Both of them hit the floor. Robinson spins it home. Huge bucket there, Alex Robinson. 4:16 to go. And the lead for Kansas is down to 2.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is presented by Boost Mobile and in part by Heineken. Open your world. And Liberty Mutual Insurance. Liberty stands with you.
The end of the practice is when we do.
As they say,
Magical.
yeah, I was going to say it's lit, but whatever.
Oh, okay.
Jamie Dixon just do the you can't see me thing? Yeah. Closing in on 4 to go, 2-point Kansas lead. Luke Shambi and Fran Fraschilla from Allen Fieldhouse.
Slipped it again.
Clock number 10. Graham had it ripped away and nicely done by Robinson.
Good hands, absolutely, John. Wow, this is a 2-point game.
Robinson inside, rejected, and Newman collects it.
And the big fella blocked it, but kept it in bounds. Good awareness.
Inside jumper, and he's fouled. And Robinson can't believe it. That'll be Robinson's second. 10th team foul, so Kansas shooting 2 the rest of the way. Kansas, by the way, with 5 team fouls. And it's Vic to the line for 2. LeGerald Vic did not start tonight. It was Mitch Lightfoot getting the start.
Remember when LeGerald Vic was a freshman and he was playing about 5 minutes a game? Last year a little bit more. As you mentioned it earlier, in the non-conference he was playing like an NBA draft pick.
Yep.
A lot of teams were taking a peek at that athleticism, 3-point shooting, and then for him it's been about energy and focus. And that's just the way it is with Bill Self. Sending a message tonight.
Got them both. Up with it.
Watch Stoke here. Inside. Yep.
They get Radzianski on that foul. Are you surprised that they've not been able to get Mikhailuk even a decent look? I mean, he hasn't shot the ball this half.
I am. Because they've done it all season. Now, he hasn't forced anything, which is a good thing. But let me go back to that play. I think Radzianski fouled him on purpose.
Okay.
The international rule, he put his hand up right away like, hey, make sure you know it's on me.
And Buki gets that one.
As Wayne Simeon, he's rooting for the big guy. What a player he was for Roy Williams and later Bill Self.
Remember, they lost that game at Oklahoma when Ron Kruger employed the hack-a-dope philosophy. You wonder if now that he's made them both, do they do it again or do they try again?
I don't know, but I know this. The big fella, he can stick his chest out a little bit.
Williams off the mark. Brodzianski. Follow wouldn't go. Offensive rebound. And he's fouled. Vlad Brodzianski just determined inside.
And that's that foul they had to give, John.
Yeah, that's right. And they got it on Graham. It was on the floor. 2:33 to go. 6-point advantage. Brodzianski.
Big guy wants the ball. He said, come on, foul me. Now, you feel good for him because it's not easy. It's like shooting free throws naked in front of 16,000 people when you're not having any success.
Big left hand wouldn't go. Williams the board.
Kansas, don't let them shoot threes. Make them drive it. Give up a 2, no threes.
Seven on the clock. TCU ball. Ray Natili going over. Roger Ayers going to join him.
Under 2 minutes, they want to make sure this ball was out. Off Kansas, they can review it. Let's take a peek. Couldn't tell that. Watch Mikhailuk's heel now, the right heel.
Yep. Six-point game. John Shelby, Fran Fraschilla. How are you? Far away. Kansas, a team we've seen them usually invincible at home, hasn't been the case this year. So what's the deal? Why has it happened that they have struggled more than normal at home this year?
Talent. They don't have the talent they've had in the past. They've got 3 guys sitting out that are redshirts are going to be really good, and a great recruiting class coming in. They're shorthanded. They have no size inside besides Udoka, and it's the least talented team Bill Self has had. And guess what? They're still the favorite to win the league.
Brodzianski off the glass and good. Vlad with the bucket. He is tough to stop.
But we talked to Bill Self about this today. This 14th team trying to win a title does not want to be the team to let down the former players who won the 13 in a row. And that's on their mind.
Graham, Brodzianski pops out. Clock winding down. Graham, short, tipped out. Graham will track it down.
That might have been with Gerald Vick, and that's the kind of effort you got to have from him. Might have been dope, but I'll tell you, you steal possessions. Bill Self talks about this all the time. Steal possessions. And they stole one right there with the tip out from what looked like Vick. It was actually Udoka. Azubuike.
Devontae Graham has been their marathon man. Short there. He's going to play 40 minutes for the 8th time this year.
One of the things Bill Self has done with Graham and his veterans, he rests them at least a couple days during the week. Wow. Doors open, don't need a three, but you gotta go quick.
Good hands. They want it over and back. Noy. And a rebound by Devontae Graham. And now they foul him.
New rule this year, when the ball is deflected into the backcourt, even if it goes off the offensive player, both teams can go retrieve it. And I think that's what Ray Natili and Roger Ayers are telling Bill Self.
Devontae Graham is shooting 2.
So Graham, who missed the last 2 and is a good free throw shooter. 85%, folks, that one.
Good time for a three-point play if you have one. You gotta go quick.
Robinson.
There it is.
Williams. And there's a bouquet.
Did you see what Doak just did on that rebound?
Absolutely.
He got the ball in the air, and he got rid of it before they could foul him. Take a look. Watch him get rid of it. That's a heads-up play. Smart play. And, boy, you know what, John? He keeps getting better and better. He is really hard to guard when he gets that ball inside.
How about Newman and Mikhailuk in this game? Before that shot, Newman had 2 points, Mikhailuk with 1. They're starters. And starters who score, they combine for 29 points a game. And before those 2 free throws, they scored a grand total of 3. Nice job by Robinson.
That's good by Alex Robinson. Timeout call, TCU.
Jamie Dixon calls time 5-point game. Bill Self's team on the brink of picking.
But they're 4-7. Remember, prior to Saturday's 12-point loss, their first 5 losses were first 6 losses were a total of 18 points.
Marcus Garrett returns to Mitch Lightfoot.
Devontae Graham with 24. Robinson inside. Radzianski's follow wouldn't go, and Kansas comes away with a win at home, 71-64. So Bill Self highly critical of his team yesterday, and they respond with a W at home here tonight. 71-64, our final score. Number 10, Kansas gets the win. Time now to send it. Seth Greenberg, Jay Williams in the studio. It is college